In ancient accounts of destruction, two specific human failures stand out. The first is a woman who, fleeing a doomed city, turned to look at what she left behind and was instantly frozen in place. The second is a man who saw a messenger, but instead of listening to the instruction, he scooped up a handful of dust from the footprint. He valued the physical trace over the living message. Looking at these ancient manuscript pages, we see how this instinct operates today. We frequently approach divine text as a historical artifact, a record of former peoples to be studied as a relic of the past. But a faith that relies entirely on a physical vessel, a biological prophet from centuries ago, is inherently fragile. If the man passes away, the direct connection appears severed. Searching for spiritual guidance strictly in the ruins of history leads to entropy. By obsessing over physical remnants, the seeker transforms into a relic, looking backward while time moves forward. This creates a mechanical problem. We must reconcile how a message remains active and speaking centuries after the person who delivered it passes away. To understand this, we distinguish between a biological vessel and the function it performs. The historical person is time-bound. They live and they die. But the function of the messenger, the active, perpetual field of the word, operates under different rules. We see this distinction in how the text describes the fate of previous messengers. Looking at this excerpt from chapter 4, the text explicitly denies the word was terminated. It states, "They did not kill him and they did not crucify him, but it appeared so to them. Rather, Allah raised him to himself." The biological vessel was removed, but the word was kept intact. Because the word survives, the book operates as a living messenger. It functions as an active communication, speaking in the present tense to the reader today. Focusing on the historical biography of a prophet often acts as a blindfold. It hides the active signal and makes the reader blind to the living messenger sitting right in front of them. To hear this living signal, the text demands an operational protocol. It defines a closed universe, a system explained solely through internal logic. Specific verses seal this circuit, locking out historical conjectures and traditions, which cause systemic drift. Inside this sealed boundary, navigation requires active reason. It demands pattern recognition and logical integration. It warns that cognitive defilement settles on those who refuse to use their intellect. Once the intellect is engaged, a specific action activates the system. The command is explicit. Take the book with strength. It requires a firm, active grip. This creates a hard physical limit. You cannot take the living book with strength if your hands are still full, clutching the dead dust and traditions of the past. Once the grip is secured, the operational command is absolute. Travel forward, follow the path, and let no one look back. We already know the alternative. Clinging to the past turns a person into a museum exhibit. Like the ancient tyrants who refuse to move, those who look back become preserved bodies, hollow signs left behind for others to observe, neither truly living nor fully dead. The forward vector has a very specific destination. The text defines the ultimate goal of this traversal as the pure remembrance of the home. This home represents the final, inevitable coordinate, reached by applying the book's internal logic and maintaining forward momentum. It is found by looking toward the future, not by digging into history. The tragic irony of this search lies in looking the wrong way, staring at a dead grave while the living messenger speaks from the hand. The book is alive, and home is ahead.